Hey, welcome to another episode of Cats Biere Reviews, and a very special one today. This was sent from Bart in Belgium. Thanks, Bart, for the beer. It's a very unique and rare beer. As you can see from the label, it says Mont des Cats Biere Trappiste. Biere Ambré Brasserie à la Abbaye du Scourmont. And there's a website which I actually looked up, and there's a code on there, and 7.6% ABV, and don't drink if you're pregnant. Now, there's a very interesting and kind of controversial story about this. This is Mont des Cats. I don't know what that means in French. Some, monks, something. I don't know. They're trying to become the 8th Trappist brewery. They belong to the same Cistercian order as all the Trappist monks monasteries do. But they used to brew their own beer like long time ago, I guess. They don't have a brewery at the Abbey, so they went to Chimay, the famous Chimay, or whatever they're called, and had them brew this beer for them. And again, another controversy is, I don't know what kind of beer this is. Rate Beer calls it an amber beer, Beer Advocate calls it a double, and it says amber on here, so I guess we'll see when we get into it, but yeah, this is a very interesting. I'm really excited to try this one because from what I've read on the internet, and you can't believe everything you read on the internet, is some people are saying this is even harder to find than a 𝓕𝓑𝓬𝓻𝓲𝓷 beer. So, without further ado, let's get into it then, huh? Alright, so we got what looks like a pretty Trappist beer here. It's almost straight up orange, dark brick red. Very hazy, you can't see through it. I didn't put the yeast in. So that's from the all-natural beer state there. Nice looking head, it's a yellowish, foamy suds, soapy. Definitely smells like a Trappist Belgian beer. Getting that typical Belgian yeast strain. Kind of fruity, very flowery, floral. Some fruit notes in there. Kind of like a perfumey kind of smell to it. So, I haven't taken a taste yet, but I'm thinking this is leaning more towards an amber than a double. So let's get into it. Cheers. This is doesn't really taste much like any other Trappist beer I've had. I'm thinking that this is an amber. We've all had the doubles and the quads. A quad is basically a double. They're totally separate from the triples. But yeah, this is more of like in the amber territory, like even like kind of an American amber, almost like an if you ever had the 𝓕𝓮𝓻𝓲𝓷 Rare Voss, it is very close to this, or this is close to that. I don't know. I'm getting, some kind of very light peppery notes in here. Very light fruit. It's like kind of sweet overall. It's surprisingly mild. Especially considering 7.6. I think that's bigger than Chimay Red, and Chimay Red is more complex and more robust than this. I get like a big tobacco kind of note on here. Almost like definitely like a cigarette tobacco, cigar kind of tobacco. Slight bit of smokiness in there. There's a kind of a touch of leatheriness, combined with the black pepper kind of powderiness to it. It's very intense while it's in the mouth. I mean, it just foams up all over. And because it's so highly carbonated, which is normal for a Trappist beer, it's not easy to choke it down. I know I got the CO2 stuck in the throat, but I just been holding off the burps. I'm wondering if I should add the yeast or not. They didn't, I always pour it in with the other beer, so we'll do it with this one too. Ooh, that is dirty. Didn't really change much. I mean, I noticed lately when I add yeast, it just kind of makes the beer even more mild and kind of watery texture. It takes some of that powdery edge off. Yeah, I mean, there's not much else to say on here. I mean, it's considering who makes it and the style it is, it's like, you know, it's a tad disappointing. That being said, it's not a bad beer at all. It's okay. I'm honestly, you know, I gotta give this a 6. I mean, it's okay. It's above average. It's tasty. It's drinkable. Well, I mean, actually, the drinkability is, you know, kind of low because it's so highly carbonated. It just foams up in your mouth. I get kind of like a sour, sharp edge a little bit on there. Pretty clean aftertaste though. Hides the alcohol really well. I mean, there's no booze or no warmth in the nose or body or anything. But kind of reminds me of the Avila that Sierra Nevada did. That was like a, you know, kind of disappointing too. Not that it was a bad beer, it's just kind of in the same ballpark. This does remind me a lot of the 𝓕𝓮𝓻𝓲𝓷, which we'll have to review sometime. They're almost the identical beer. I think the 𝓕𝓮𝓻 might be a little bit more robust than this, but, you know. Yeah, so unfortunately only a 6 out of 10 for the Mont de Cats Biere Trappiste. I mean, if you're a huge Belgian beer fan, you might want to go out of your way to find this one, but if you have similar tastes as me, I mean, don't break the bank or your balls to try to find this one. But yeah, thanks again to Bart for sending it to me. I mean, I really do appreciate getting all the rare beers I can't get. So even though it didn't blow my mind the way maybe a 𝓕𝓬𝓻𝓲𝓷 did, you know, it's still a good beer. So thanks for watching this episode of Cats Biere Reviews. I'll see you guys next time. Cheers.